Remember, God told Joshua, "Be strong and courageous." And this has been a year when we have had to stand on the promises of God. And yes, we've seen God's faithfulness this year. He has provided peace for our anxious hearts, hope when we were hopeless, and strength when we were too weary to continue. We are so thankful for the continued support of donors through times of uncertainty. We have much to celebrate with you, and I hope you'll be encouraged by this snapshot of how God has been working through FAIR this year. Over the course of this fiscal year, $770,000 was received by FAIR through special projects, mini appeals, emergency appeals, and ongoing projects. The funds received through the Journey with a Child and Rescue Me appeals mean that children get a new lease on life. Journey with a Child ensures that Fellowship Child Sponsorship Ministries in Honduras, Lebanon, and Sri Lanka can continue to provide holistic, gospel-centered care to children who participate in their programs. Rescue Me, in partnership with International Justice Mission Canada, literally means that children are rescued from online sexual exploitation in the Philippines. Through the Unchained Mini Appeal in partnership with Bridge North, women caught in sex trafficking in our own country are being given access to rehabilitation services that will help them rebuild their lives and sense of self-value. Because of the rapid and faithful giving of fellowship churches and donors, FAIR has been able to respond to emergencies such as the devastation brought by Hurricane Dorian and the Beirut port explosion, ensuring that resources are available for short-term and long-term relief in the wake of these events. You may recall that September 2019 marked the launch of the Fellowship Child Sponsorship Program. And throughout the fiscal year, a total of 115 new sponsorships have been committed to, and $123,300 has been received. We celebrate this as an essential component in providing ongoing holistic care for marginalized and vulnerable children in Sri Lanka, Lebanon, and Honduras. Our current special appeal is the Heart of the Village appeal in Sri Lanka. And after watching this video, individually you can give online or call our office to donate. But would you please encourage your church to give a special offering to this appeal? Thank you so much for your support.
The saying goes that it takes a village to raise a child. This is especially true when the child is being born in difficult circumstances. In the rural Sri Lankan village of Lindula, the reality is that unmarried young women who find themselves pregnant are often cast out from society. This effectively cuts them off from any support they might find from their family or within the village community. The people who live in Lindula are already among the most marginalized in Sri Lanka, since the majority are of Indian descent and are daily workers at the tea plantations. If they don't work, they don't get paid. What little they make at the tea plantations barely provides the basic necessities for themselves and their families. Because of the remote location of the village, access to social services like education or medical care is limited or non-existent. Through the work of Fellowship International missionary Ronald Jayasilan and his team of local church members and pastors, a preschool was established in Lindula called Hana Montessori. The Lindula preschool, along with 2 other preschool locations, are what make up the Love Trust Fellowship Child Sponsorship Ministry in Sri Lanka. Preschool-aged children of the tea plantation workers are not only given access to education they couldn't get otherwise, but they also hear the gospel and learn their value as children of God. In many ways, the building where Hana Montessori operates is the heart of the village. It's here that the local church meets, provides sewing vocational training to women, and recently has been distributing basic food supplies to those most affected by COVID-19 restrictions. For such a well-used building, it is in desperate need of repairs and expansion. Making this happen would also allow the local church to provide additional supports and services and host community outreach events. Through the Heart of the Village Special Appeal, FAIR is partnering with Ronald Jayasilan and his team on the ground in Sri Lanka. The goal is to raise $85,000 to expand the holistic nature of the Love Trust ministry to include the mother. Funds raised through Heart of the Village will be used in 3 interconnected areas of expansion designed to improve the building and maximize the impact on the lives of both mother and child. Area 1 is the planned renovations to the existing building, which includes the addition and outfitting of a large recreational, church space, prenatal care room, and vocational training room, as well as improvements to the preschool facilities. Area 2 focuses on acquiring the resources and labor related to the launch of a prenatal education and food support program for pregnant women and vocational training to empower the women of Lindula to increase their income and ability to support themselves and their families. Area 3 is the provision of support to the Love Trust Fellowship Child Sponsorship Program at all 3 Sri Lanka locations as it transitions to being funded by sponsors. Through Heart of the Village, FAIR is inviting you to be the global village that helps raise up marginalized mothers and their children. Would you prayerfully consider how the Lord is calling you to respond to this appeal? You can also commit to being a Love Trust Child sponsor at $35 per month. To learn more about Heart of the Village or to donate, visit www.fellowship.ca/heartofthevillage.